very into it, and they're very loud.
Are you at a table now, Hawk?
No, he's basically he's looked around. The only thing he could see was a bar stool, and he wanted to get like a good vision. So basically, I imagine what he's doing is he's gone through the door, and literally he's like standing to the left of the door, the right of the door.
Okay. Well, Biku's probably going to do the same, but he's not going to bother standing to the side.
He's
just going to be one of those awkward people who goes through a door and immediately stops. I know you people who do that. Get out the way. But Biku does that.
All right. So we'll add your dot.
Dot. And he would also like to give a perception a go.
Go for it. That would have your modifier if you're trying to overhear.
Okay, for conversation details.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If that's what you're actually trying to do, or if you're just... What are you doing, Nipday?
Yeah, could you...
Playing with my share.
Please don't.
Yeah, don't do that, please.
Aww.
Okay. So this is my... Plus my... So I'm looking for Blue Orchid details. Or... dragons.
Okay.
Guys,
yeah.
I need to get off because I don't know how long Baby's going to take to go down. Because I woke him up by bringing him in here. So I'm going to just say that Tom is tired because he's an old man, so he goes back to the inn to meditate.
Okay.
All right.
Assuming that we still have an inn to go to.
Yeah.
You do. You paid for the rooms.
As you, in that case, as you head off, Bikru comes up and sidles up next to you. Sort of, it's like walks along, right nestled into your side for a few footsteps.
Okay.
Like starts rubbing his cheek on you.
No, he's not being affectionate.
Bowing.
He's just being there.
Noticeably. He doesn't
hello,
know how.
friend?
He doesn't know how to articulate a hello. He just kind of like bumps up against you.
What's Bikru's charisma? Basically, he's going to ask you for cash. What was my charisma?
Should be at the very top.
-2. Okay. So whatever happened earlier tonight, I can't cover the cost of a room.
If you return to the inn, I think you'll find I've already paid for your room.
Oh, well, disregard then. And he just peels off and heads back.
A strange fellow. And walks off.
Alright, which room do you take up residence in? Just for my notes.
7?
Okay.
Surprise, not your room.
So
you lose
means
that.
Draclon is still sleeping in the same room as sharing with Tom.
Yep.
Okay.
Tom has
Has he
assuming
told you
there's
which
only
room
one-
number it is?
Well, you can ask the person at the inn, Kai. But assuming
It's 2 or 7.
Assuming there's only one bed, Tom will take out his bedroll and sleep on the floor. Anyway.
Alright.
Gotta go.
Hey, dude.
Bye, Liam. Thanks
Bye.
for coming.
Bye.
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 I will miss you. Oh, this is gonna mess up things.
Alright, while you're redoing that, I'm actually gonna go AFK really fast. And I'll be back in like...
Okay.
Unless you guys don't want to continue without him, and we could like wrap it up. But otherwise...
There's one thing I want to do, but listen, if you guys want to continue, I'm perfectly fine too.
I'm fine with him.
The night is young!
I'm happy. I'm very, very happy to continue.
Okay.
Yeah,
If nothing else, I need to know how my roll went.
Okay, I will be right back if need to.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Was that a subtle allusion to yourself? Hawkeye.
Maybe. Yeah, I was thinking also the same.
Oh.
I feel I'm a little bit tracked up.
I can't believe my bloody rolls. Everyone has been terrible. Look, a 5, 17 when I was trying to get low, another 5, a 2, a 3, 116 when I spotted a stationary guard at his post.
That was great.
In all fairness, it's better this happen in roleplay than in combat, to be honest.
No, it's not. I lost 2,000 gold.
Oh, jeez, I didn't know you had that much.
I had only 7 gold. Wait,
7?
2,000?
7?
Fuck's sake, man. I had only 7. I wasted all of my gold to fucking marbles.
Oh, this means I get to find a gift for Liam. Ooh, hooray.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Let's see. Old man sitting on a chair. Gift.
What? I can't have that one.
Lemon party. I found a perfect one.
I like this one.
Skull smile.
Wow.
I could go one is better.
What are you doing?
Is that all you?
Yeah.
Jeez. How is everybody?
Okay.
Good.
Hello.
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 What the hell is wrong with... What are you doing?
He's filling. He's just filling the silence.
I'm drinking. Oh. Ah. Too much
Alright.
vodka.
So let's see. You rolled an 18 on blue orchids or dragons.
Yep.
Well, as you come in, the song that interrupted Hawk is starting to die down, and there's like uproarious laughter
Really?
coming.
It was a very short song, wasn't it? Only striking up when he got in. And I was right by his side.
It's like,
Oh no, I went off and spoke to Tamikos.
Yeah, it's traditional in Lemasar to have 5-second drinking songs to see how fast you can complete it. And if you
Let's
can
have
complete
another
it-
round. Let's go and have another drink.
And if you can complete it quickly, then you are not drunk enough and you need to drink more. So that song is dying down. There's uproarious laughter in the corner because apparently someone stumbled over their words and everyone is telling them to get out. They're too drunk. Drunk George! You're drunk!
Hello! You wrote the
Drunk.
fucking song!
And you're able to... Actually, Dregden, did you come inside as well? Or are you still outside? I'm just saying, because I looked at the other party marker.
Nip, nip.
Nipday?
Sorry. I'm trying to think.
Are you inside with them, or where are you?
I have been following Bigfoot this whole time, so... I'm
Okay.
Bigfoot.
So you are inside.
Yeah.
We'll say that you're, I don't know, yellow. So you're a giant Easter egg pea.
Yellow bellied elf.
So you're in that tavern. The songs died down, and then almost immediately hear mention of the orchid. Apparently someone was standing outside of the courthouse, they said, and they saw some weird masked guys going to sign up to bid on the elixir, and his buddy chimes in and is like, yeah, that's those weird Erasmirian guys. They always come around. Those bastards. So it devolves into like a religious like back and forth, talking about how dumb Resmirians are.
Okay.
Does Hawk hear this as well, since the song has died down?
With my role.
Yeah,
With
okay,
his
maybe
role, not really.
His ears are ringing.
His ears are ringing. He like got the full blast of the song. He like walked into it and it just hit him like a wall of badly
Standing
sung
next to the
lyrics.
amplifiers.
The guy next to you was determined to sing the loudest out of everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. So Hawks just got absolutely nothing from this. It's just and he notices the other two have come in, and he says, "This place is too loud." Is the song died down now?
Song's died down now. Now it's just really loud laughter coming from the corner. And there's this one lone person trying to get everyone to start singing again. And then it just he goes through the first line and he kind of dies off. And then he tries again and then dies off. And tries a third time and you hear, "Shut up!"
No! No! No!
So, yeah, I guess, Dreglin, do you want to roll perception? Or were you just following blindly and just kind of standing around awkwardly trying to figure out why they're not getting something to drink?
Which what, man?
Okay.
What are you doing is basically what I'm asking. Are you standing around like
I'm
them?
trying
or-
to think. I'm trying to think. Well, I could actually roll a roll if there is anyone who I have seen before or has pictured down that already.
Done what? To see if you've seen anyone. in
Yeah,
here. That'll be your
Before.
perception.
yeah, perception. Okay.
While that's going on, is there any visible gambling going on at all, or is this a place of?
There is a You do not find either of the girls in there. You do see that the guy who was eyeing up the bakery is now taking up a chair, though. But you don't see otherwise anyone that particularly stands out in your mind. There's a guard, but it could have been any of the guards that you ran into before. Shoot, what was the other question? Oh, is there any gambling around? With your perception, you see a shaded corner with a bunch of guys, but you're not sure what they're doing.
Oh, am I still going off that perception?
I
I would have thought it'd be pretty obvious, like dice or something, or.
I should have rolled
back-
higher.
Yeah, they're like pretty crowded around the table. You can't see what's on the table.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Okay. Well,
It could be anything from a dice game to a drug deal.
Okay. Either one's good. Okay. Well, he notices the sort of area. I mean, he's done that before. It's the sort of what it looks like. So he's gonna go over and try and see if he can. If it is a game, if he can get in. And do his perform.
Bikru meanwhile heads to the bar and takes up perch on a stool.
Alright.
Just so you know.
Literally. Perching.
Yeah, legs and everything.
Oh, please.
That's nesting.
Please.
The barkeep is like doing, obviously, because he's a barkeep, he's gonna be shining a glass. And then he looks up as you approach and then he slows down and as he notices that you have a giant beak on your face. So then he just goes back to it, but keeps an eye.
I'm just looking at him. I'm not flagging him down or anything.
Alright, meanwhile, Hawk, you go over there. You see that it is a game of cards, but not with a card deck that you have seen before. One or two of the guys notice your approach, and they kind of give you an odd look. Or not really an odd look so much as a kind of like, not really, like somewhere between puzzled and hostile.
Okay, so is it a game that I recognize, or is it?
It is not a game that you recognize. At least it isn't a card. It isn't a deck of cards that you recognize, because they have like elaborate pictures on them rather than numbers. So if it is a card game that you recognize, then they're using some really weird cards.
All right. When we spoke about the perform, you said that it was essentially like if I'm in a tavern area, you'll just leave me over the night to do it, and I roll to see how successful I am on it.
Yeah.
So is that essentially what's going to happen here, or is the fact that I apparently don't know the game is going to hinder me on that, or?
You don't know this game, so you would have a penalty to it. You would still be able to attempt to roll it, though. But that isn't necessarily something that we have to role play, because that'll take a while. That's like spending a night gambling.
Well, I'll tell you what. He goes over, just peers over, notices a game he has no idea, he's not familiar with, and just sort of pans away. So no, I'm not going to risk it on that, and just heads on out over to where B Crew was and Dreglon.
All right, there's not a bar stool free next if you're going to B Crew now or where he was.
I'll look over to where B Crew was, not notice. They'll look around. I'm assuming it's not difficult to spot him.
It's not difficult to spot the beaked man.
No.
In a tavern with a bunch of humans, or at least humanoid-looking folks.
I'm a humanoid.
Yes, but you're a very odd-looking humanoid. You're a very distinct-looking humanoid.
I wear enough cloaks that I look like an indiscernible lump.
Yes, but your beak is showing. It's just kind of like sticking out.
Yeah, whatever.
Hawk heads on over to the lump with a beak, and
it's rude to stare anyway.
And just sort of goes close, just sort of like leans next to him. I didn't get anything from here. I'll try again tomorrow. I'm heading back.
Night.
Hawk doesn't really respond and just heads on out and back to the inn.
Alright, do you want to make me a perception check?
Sure. 16.
Crane, no! No, Crane! Why?
What? Why, do you want to wrap it up?
Not before you tell me what I rolled for, no.
I
Well, I mean, we can if you want. I will give you the choice. Do you want this to continue, or do you want to wrap it up?
Well, I want to wrap it up, but after you tell me what I've rolled for.
Well, what I tell you depends on your answer to the question. So what about the other two of you? Do you want to wrap it up, or?
Same to me. I actually enjoy this.
I'm happy to carry on, but if we're losing another party member, then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I need to get up early tomorrow. I can't stay for too much longer.
We'll wrap it up then.
All right, you see nothing.
Lovely.
Well, we could help. Head back to the inn and with
Actually, let's see. Hold on.
would be the smartest idea in my opinion.
That's a. In the distant west, you see a very bright shade of green kind of flash between people over through the gate in the other section.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's something to leave it on.
All right.
A cliffhanger.
Hanging on a cliff. That's why it's called a cliffhanger.
Right.
Do you do anything or leave it be?
Do you mind if we leave it be? Because I need to get going.
Okay.
Run into it.
It's a great cliff. It's a great cliffhanger for the next time.
All right. Ta-da!
Thank you everybody
What
for coming
could-
along. Obviously, always thank you to the players. Thank you Crane for the campaign and the amazing
Thanks
child,
to everyone.
and the amazing pickpocketing child, evil spawn of child.
Wow!
She took. To be honest, if she has pickpocketed 2,000 gold, she's probably not even in the city anymore. She's probably legged it, bought a caravan and gone.
You have lost. I will tell you that you have lost a total of 1,887 gold pieces between the two of you. Somebody out there is made.
Oh dear.
Fuck.
Surprise! It was Nihilus.
It was actually Tarm. This whole thing is just a front.
Second
Get
he goes
all
around the
of your
corner,
money.
he just stands up straight and walks perfectly. Anyway, I gotta get going. So, catch you guys later.
Subscribe to the squid. Bye.
Oh yes, I need to do those end slates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Bye!
Don't break it. Oh. I thought it was wiggling by itself. Bye.
Dear.
Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
Sometimes.
Alright. Occasionally, eventually. Alright, so last time they found themselves in the desert nation of Thuvia as put there by the semi-demi-god Alethar, who sent them on a quest here. They found themselves traveling in the direction of Lamisara and entered. And yeah, they entered the town with a bit of a talk with the guard about having weird creatures summoned, and met a very interesting young girl named Brienne. As they separated with their new friend, they discovered that some people had lost a little bit of weight. As Bikru and Dreglin discovered that they were out quite a bit of money between the two of them.
Between the two of them.
Yeah,
Between the two of them.
I did have a lot of coins.
Poor Dreglin. I mean,
Oh my god, it must feel horrible to lose 7 gold.
Tom made it rain.
Maybe it doesn't feel so bad as losing like 1,000 coins, but
Why am
Can
I
you
imagine?
imagine?
I can
Nifty,
imagine
Nifty, can you
losing
imagine how
1,000.
painful it must be to lose nearly 2,000 coins, though? Like that is just horrific, and I just cannot imagine a situation that might arise
Right.
where
Okay,
Anyone.
yeah.
That's pretty tragic,
it's
but a
some-
moment's silence for Tom having to pay for his tavern room. I mean, that's like
Well,
$2.
previously you
or
said
something.
make
No
it rain,
moment silence.
which made me imagine him in the tavern.
he
Booty
changed
dancing.
it. He changed it to coppers, and he just like threw like 200 copper at the innkeeper one at a time.
Made it rain.
I made it rain on them. No.
And when we last left the party, Tarm had returned to the inn to meditate on the happenings. The other three were in the tavern, and Hawk was just leaving, having glanced down into the next portion over and saw a small flash of green when we last left our party in Dungeons and Dragon Hats.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop!
Right. Okay.
So we
So-
didn't establish what you did in response to seeing that Hawk.
No, we didn't.
Does Holly do any?
So this flash of green, like, what was it like? Was it literally just like a, are we talking like flashlight, or are we talking like a big
No,
massive...
it wasn't like. That was probably a really bad word on my part. It wasn't like a flash, like magic flash. It was a color. You just suddenly saw like in what is a majority like brown and neutrals. You saw like a very bright green color disappear into the crowd in that direction.
No, what I'm asking is like, what kind of light was it? Like, am I talking like flashlight size? Or are we talking like aurora borealis size, or like what we?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't actually a light. It was like
just a flash of green.
Yes, color green.
A green thing.
A green.
green thing.
I saw a green thing.
You saw a green thing.
So the greenness of a thing.
An object that just so happened to be green.
I guess it's going to pique my curiosity, to be honest. So, considering my plan was just to head back, I'll head down there just for curiosity's sake.
I bet it's a quick bush.
Probably. Or someone's just going to paint and just, control backspace green. So which
Okay.
one? Yeah. So I'm heading down that way anyway.
Zero
I don't-
zero FF00.
You are the pink party marker here.
Ooh, lovely. Okay, so you said it was down that over there.
It was down in this corner over here. Yeah.
I will
Your
proceed.
me is very accurate.
What?
Your me on your Nintendo there was very accurate. It was like I saw your me and I thought,
That's it. That's a
that's
DS.
definitely
That's a DS, old man Tarm.
no, look at it. Like, it's me there at the bottom left. Look at that. That's definitely Nipsey.
Wow, I see a feud appearing.
On your Game Boys.
Your Tamagotchis.
Your fans, little things of nowadays.
Your Game Watch devices.
Your Tamagotchis.
Your what am I evers?
Your boy games and your walk boys.
Anyway, I proceed cautiously down anyway.
All right. You see you see that this part of town has a flow of people moving this way and this way. Those seem to be the main streets here. A couple people pass you going in either direction. But this appears to be mostly residential areas. At least in this part that you can see. There are a couple shops on either side of you, but over in this direction it seems to be mostly residential. Do you want to roll me another perception check?
Shawsies. Tens.
All right. As you got closer to where you saw the brief glimpse of the color green, you are unable to find any sign of what it was or where it went. There's a mass of people walking in front of you, and then as they disappear, you can no longer see the color green. And
Is
you're
there
not sure where it went.
close around me? Are there any like little like alleys or somewhere where there's just not a lot of people at all?
There's not a lot of people down this street. And there are also very tiny little pathways that look to be about maybe 4 feet, maybe 5 feet at the max between buildings where it looks like someone could squeeze. Pretty much between everything, like here, this direction there's a larger one.
Alright. Could I go down like the larger one, and summon Nihilus, and ask him to look around for me?
Alright.
So just try and be discreet if possible. Obviously I don't want him to be seen by too many people.
Alright. Okay. Are you like actively trying to hide as you go down this alleyway? Or are you,
No, I'm not. But when I summon him, I'm trying to keep him discreet. You know, with as much as I can.
Alright. You get down the alleyway, no problem. And as you summon him, do you want to make a stealth check for both of you?
Sure. Especially since I'm pretty sure his stealth is ridiculous.
Yours isn't fantastic, so
No, mine
hopefully-
isn't, but his is +8. So what's mine then? Mine's +1.
yours is... Yep.
Oh! Okay. So 21 for me, 17 for him.
Nihilus isn't quite sure where you are. No, you have a good feeling that you're doing it discreetly enough, both vocally and you found a nice shady corner there. These all seem to be the backs of buildings. There don't seem to be very many windows going into this place, as well as there's only a single door coming from the larger buildings here and here. It seems to be more of like there's quite a mess of trash there, but you have a feeling that you're pretty shielded from anyone that may try to stop you or to in some way be obnoxious.
Okay, well, so summon him successfully. Is there still like a steady flow of people coming down here, or?
From what you can see, yeah, it hasn't changed.
I'm just trying to think of whether it'd be worth him just poking his head out, or to actually try and utilize his climb to like get on top of the building to see. Exactly how much noise and ruckus am I going to make if he starts trying to climb the building?
How do you mean? Like, him actually climbing the building, or people's reactions to him climbing a building?
Whether if the second he starts to do it, if he's you know if it's to the point of like everyone's going to notice, or is he able to do it reasonably discreetly? Or are we talking like Godzilla sort of thing?
Well, what I meant was like, are you asking about him like actively clawing up the side of it? Like, is he being quiet, or do you mean like, are people going to see him and then immediately start screaming and pass out?
No, I mean about him being quiet.
Okay. He is fairly. You're fairly confident that he. Whether or not he is seen, he's normally fairly, he normally can scale things fairly easily to where he doesn't make too much noise.
Okay, hold on, give me a quick second.
So, what was
So go on.
No, what were you saying?
what was Bikru and Trekron doing in the tavern last time? I don't remember where we.
You guys were Dreglan had followed Bikru and Hawk inside. Hawk and Bikru had stood at the door and were eavesdropping on the conversations to hear of any mention of the Sun Orchid Elixir. I believe that you were passively listening as well. There wasn't too much discovered. Bikru did hear something. Offhandedly mentioned. Hawk went to look for anyone gambling, and then he left. You guys hadn't left yet, but I think that you guys were on the way out, or at least you weren't going to be sticking around for much longer.
Okay, I was just wondering.
We'll cut to you once we figure out what Hawk's plan is for Nihilus.
Okay.
Sorry about.
No, it's
No,
alright.
you're fine.
No, I was going to be doing something anyway. So no, okay. So noticing there's probably a steady flow, and again, I try not to. I do want him to try and get a good advantage as well. So when he summons, I'll just speak to him in telepathically as well, and just he says, "Friend, there was a weird green light in the distance. I seem to have lost it. Could you?"
It wasn't a light.
Sorry, green. I don't know how to describe it.
You just saw the color green out of the corner of your eye, and it seemed vaguely familiar.
Yeah,
And that's why it caught your attention.
Okay, yeah. I say there was a weird green color, like a very familiar color to me, and but I seem to have lost it. Could you use your eyes and climb to the top of the building, see if you can see it for me, friend? And they'll assume he'll just agree and just start to climb up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Actually, what is his climb?
9 plus 9. It's based on.
All right, not quite there. If he had a plus 10, he would be able to do it without rolling. But
Oh, okay.
go ahead and roll. What are you doing, Nipday?
What?
Your chair's quite loud again.
Oh, fucking share, yeah. Sorry about that.
26.
26. All right. He skitters right up. He's able to get some easy claw holds into the the side of the building. This is another stone-like building. So he can easily get up to the top. It's flat roofed. There appears to be a hatch on the floor that he sees that looks like it might hold a ladder, but it is currently closed.
Okay.
What does he do? I said, what does he do?
Presuming he relays that back to me, I just mentioned to him, yeah, it might be best if you stood on the hatch, friend, just to make sure no one comes up. So can he sort of just position himself, just to make sure that no one's going to come up, but anyway. And then
Alright, so he's like standing on it.
pretty much, just making sure,
you
that no one's going to come up from it or anything like that.
Okay.
Then he'll just roll a perception to see what he can see. To see what he can see.
But all that he could see.
Ugh, 9.
And all that he could see was the other side of the mountain. No, he sees the crowd of people going down the street here is the one that is the largest. There are a couple people filtering here, a couple people slipping in between buildings. And
just out of interest, would he have gotten any kind of bonus from being on a elevated position or at all? Squeezing you for bonuses here.
No, I would say that even if he were getting a bonus, that would be him attempting to fully utilize that bonus by like standing up on tiptoes and like craning his neck around. But I was under the impression that he was trying to remain unseen as he was doing this.
That's fair enough. Yep. That's true. That's fine. Yeah.
So he is unable to find any sign of the color that you described to him.
Okay. Well, with that being relayed, he says, "I'm sure I saw it." Okay. Anyway, then I'll just unsummon him.
All right.
Yeah. Pops away, and I'll head on back to the inn.
All right. B Crew and Darklin. What you doing? Besides eating a pencil, passing notes.
Eating a pencil?
Nipney's eating a pencil, and would you two like to read your notes to the class?
It says Bunsiboro and heart.
Aw, isn't that nice? I think that's nice.
Aww.
Mine says, "Hi, Buns."
Buns of squish.
Forward planning was never one of my skills.
So, Bikru, what would we like to do?
What are you doing?
Watching prawn.
I hope not.
What
Wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah.
I can select which part of the HD picture that this picks up that I send. What do you want?
Oh.
Microphone? Boxes.
Why don't you send all of it?
I don't know how. I can't find a setting for that. How do I make it?
I like that one.
Find it.
The one with me in the middle. B crew. B crew is sitting. Find it. At the bar. He was trying to catch the eye, like make eye contact with the barkeep. I
Okay.
can't remember why.
I'm sorry.
I
Was
probably
that
wouldn't have said in stream, so I can't even watch it back.
okay? Oh, here. Let me try. Let me tell you what you had heard to try to remind you. The thing that you heard when you were listening over at the tavern was there was a pair of men discussing how one of them had been passing by the courthouse and saw a couple of Resmirian cultists with their masks entering the courthouse, and said that the other man said, "Yeah, those Resmirians are so weird. They're always here. Every time that they sell the elixir here, they're a bunch of weirdos." And then it kind of devolved into them making fun of Resmirians.
Oh yes. Okay.
Does that help?
I
your-
remember that. I remember that now. I
Okay.
think I remember where I was going with my thoughts.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned last time that you were in there for the same reason as I was, to try and find out about the elixir.
Yeah, essentially. I can't find my notes, so
Oh no!
Oh, it's alright. Heaven forbid I plan ahead. Okay, so I'm still trying to sort of get the barkeeps. I check around to see that only Dreglin is still in the bar.
All right.
So then I stop trying to get the barkeep's eye and start watching Dreglin.
All right.
Oh, hello there, big room.
Dreglin, spotlight's on you. What are you doing?
No.
Well, Dreglon, I'm not sure what would I like to do. I will just look at Big Crew, ask fully what are we going to do.
He looks at me, and I look at him.
And he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me.
All
Alright.
that looking going on.
All right.
Where's
so,
the other one gone?
I have no idea.
So I stand up and walk out. Brush past Dreggy.
All right.
Draggers.
Dreggy. Dreggy G. Goes after Big Crew, Sama, whatever to call.
So,
Keep train.
okay.
So You're both that party marker there. You should still be able to move it.
The inn.
No, at the tavern.
Oh right. I'm zoomed in. Ah yes. I was zoomed in and got confuzzled.
Computers.
Look about. What do I see?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I shall do that also.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay.
One moment, I don't remember my perception.
I'm at club, you guys.
My club.
I'm class.
I miss Crispy.
Lumpy space bird. Oh,
Oops.
jeez.
Oops.
Good, good. Actually,
Don't know
Beaker, did you see that green thing?
I saw all the green things. Oh, there is an error with. I don't understand. How am I failing that?
Stop cheating.
Alright. So
15.
okay. So as you're looking around, it's going to at least for at least for this part of the town, it seems like everything is starting to close up. The bakery across the street, the lights are out. A couple of the buildings that once had people walking in and out seem to now have their doors shut firmly. And just the usual crowd, although it is sparser now, going between the districts here, most going toward this direction, as per usual. But you do see someone seems to have noticed you and is walking towards you. He is a very tall, slender figure. He looks to be elven. His hair is pretty red. It's short cut, and it also looks to be really messy. He doesn't appear to be too steady on his feet, but he is steadily making his way towards you.
Having spotted me.
It appears that he's going in your direction, yes.
Okay. How far is he at this point?
He's not too far. He's maybe over here, going towards you.
I don't move till he's within, I suppose, I'm going to say this not thinking combat, but like 5 feet. Just sort of, until it's definitely clear he's coming straight at me.
Alright. So...
if he keeps doing that and gets to that distance, then I sort of slowly step to one side from his path.
Yeah, I do the same on the other direction, so it looks like fucking doors opening.
He walks between you, just like a hand on each chest. No, yeah, he kind of staggers to a halt in front of you. He wobbles a bit and he braces himself against the side of the tavern for a moment, and then he says, "Hey, so I saw you talking with her earlier. Did you see where she went?"
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. There are 2 girls. They're 2 girls. They're both human and short, and they got a lot more gold than they should, right? And I don't know if it's all theirs. It's mine. Have you seen them?
Sadly, we have not seen them since we lost our wallets.
Oh.
The ground swallows up and eats Speaker.
I'm actually enjoying this part when Peter is feeling ashamed.
Okay. The man waves his hand a bit and he says, "Well, all right. It's fine. I'll go find them. Thanks." And then he turns, and then he walks off, in the direction that you guys have not been in. He seems to be craning his neck and like looking down alleyways as he staggers forward.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone takes a deep
How
look
far
at
does
me.
he get? Is it like a clear view down the street?
He gets to around here, and then he kind of stops another person and appears to be discussing pretty much the same matter with like the same like exaggerated kind of wobbly hand gestures and the disgusted look of the person he's talking to.
Okay. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
All right.
We will follow him.
All right. Well, the woman that he was talking to just kind of shakes her head and pushes past him, and then he turns to watch her go and says, "All right, thanks," and then turns around and continues a little bit more. and then you see his head kind of like lock onto one of the guards at the door, and he heads on over there. And
Okay.
you see the guard just kind of like stiffen,
Mm-hmm.
and you see them begin to discuss something.
Well, at this point, I walk to about halfway down the street,
All right,
just so I
Dragler.
can keep an eye on him.
All right.
Mhm.
As you get closer, Dreglin, do you follow?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. As you get closer, you catch the tail end of what sounded like pretty much the same spiel that you got. And gold isn't theirs. Have you seen them? They're human, and they're both girls, and they're human. Have you seen them? And the guard stands there stiffly, jaw locked into place, and doesn't appear to be very helpful. And the elf stands there for a long moment, staring up at the guard, and then you hear, "Okay, thanks," and he goes to walk through the gate.
Okay. How far through the gate can I see into the next street?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
All right. You can see. All right. You both can see fairly far into the next district, as far as like the general feel of the buildings go. They're a lot larger and seem to be a lot more grand than the buildings that you've seen previously. Definitely a lot more substantial and fancy. At the far end of this district, you see a large closed gate with four or so guards stationed in front of it. There appear to be you can catch the you see like the very side of a few trees, or at least greenery around this area here, and there seem to be only a few people wandering around in the district. A lot of them look to have either a lot more fancier and richer seeming clothing than in the other districts, or in armor. And the elf kind of stumbles into here and around the corner.
Okay. Well, I walk forward
Yep.
through the arch and then peer around the side in the direction that he went.
Alright. You see that he's found a guard stationed at the foot of this tower here. And the spiel sounds much the same, with stammering and pauses and awkward sentence structures as he kind of waves his hands, gesturing, says, they're human, and they've got like hair that's black